D23 equals lines. Lines and lines and lines and lines and lines. The line extends all the way to the start, like the entrance when you walk in, and it's still a really long walk all the way to the convention center. To do this every day. Are you ready for the next D23 Expo? Or have you not been to one? Or have you not made the most of your time at the previous D23 Expo you were at? Here are some survival tips from yours truly, Disney Dwayne. Now that Disney is part of Pixar, Marvel, and Lucasfilm, there is definitely something for everyone at D23 Expo, the ultimate fan event, whether it's exclusive merchandise, photo ops, meet and greets, or panels. The first general note is, when you look at the schedule, don't plan things too tightly, and be prepared to be flexible because it's unlikely you'll get to do everything. And if you're going on day one, don't be too disheartened by that huge line you see going into the convention center, because by days 2 and 3, that crowd will taper off because most of them are there to get the merchandise on the first day, and when that kind of clears out, they'll taper out too. From my experience, getting in line in the morning, just about 1 to 2 hours before the opening of the convention center, it tended to ease up towards the afternoon, and also on days 2 and 3, they were moving a lot faster. Even Gold Pass members, unfortunately, have to get in this line to get in. If you get a Gold Pass, which you have to pay for, this enables you to get into some events, but even then, there are only a limited number of seats per event, after which you are referred to the general seating line. Gold Pass members, however, can bring in one extra friend, so make friends with a Gold Pass member. There's also another type of pass called the Stage Pass for some panels. You can get one stage pass for an event in the morning, and one in the afternoon, It's indicated on a booklet that you will receive or on the D23 Expo app. This app is very useful to have, and downloading it is highly recommended in case they make any updates or last-minute changes. There's also Wi-Fi available at the convention center, although it can be spotty at times. There are also store passes that you can get if you're all about the merchandise. You want to get in early because exclusive items get snapped up really fast, and there are designated times and designated spots for both handouts of stage and store passes. Now, these locations can be found on the map, which you want to familiarize yourself with as soon as possible, and even if you have some time to walk the grounds, even though there is a map. This is so you'll have a better idea of what's out there and what you might want to focus on, and better plan for the future, and also be able to go spontaneous when needed. Sometimes they give out wristbands for an event, especially the popular panels where the lines start really early. For those, you can't save a spot for a friend, at least up till they give out the wristband, which requires each person to be there. For food and restrooms, I found the lines weren't that crazy, and you can always be friendly if you're in line and get the people around to save a spot for you while you take care of your personal needs. Do the same for them. This is the place to make real Disney friends. I feel stronger relationships can be made here compared to the more general places like the theme parks. Food-wise, you're also allowed to bring in snacks in case you don't get a chance to eat. You can even bring in sandwiches. There are also more options for food at food trucks outside the building. Lines. You can't get in line for a panel until the panel before has begun. There are holding spaces to accommodate people. For meet and greets and photo opportunities, it can get complicated. Sometimes it's unclear where the line starts or whether they are giving out wristbands or not, and even where they are giving them out. For a photo opportunity with Colin O'Donoghue, for example, he plays Hook on the series Once Upon a Time, they gave out wristbands outside the building, nowhere near the meet and greet. And they could have specified that in the app, but, they didn't. There were many frustrated fans. Cameras and phones have to be kept away from main panels to do with exclusive footage from movies. They give you a bag, so don't worry about having to get into extra lines for that. Be aware of when panels let out and where. That way you can avoid crowds as well, and if you didn't get into a huge panel, that's still perfect because it means there might be less people to contend with. So you could choose that time to explore the grounds. Besides, a lot of the panels will pop up on YouTube eventually, so don't despair. Some are even streamed live, like the Level Up video games panel. You could be in line somewhere else and watch the stream. However, you might miss out on a gift that some panels give out. What they give out, and if they do, is mostly a surprise. Best place to cosplay as well. Also be ready with your camera. You never know which celebrities might be walking around on their own. I met YouTuber Nick Patera and Jordan Fisher. Hope that answers most of your questions about D23 Expo, and that sets you up to want to visit the next one. You can check out all these adventures in 12 other D23 videos I made for the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the Disney Dwayne YouTube channel, now's the time to do it. Hit the thumbs up button too while you're at it, and see you in the next video or the next D23 Expo. Bye!